Hey Leute, jetzt sind wir wieder zurück zu Let's Play Tales of Berseria. Das letzte Mal... Ah, Barbatos. Alright. Endlich. Das Kriegerkampf ist ein Angehörigen im Kampf keine Objekte nutzen. Ihr Kampf ist primitiv, aber so übermächtig, dass ihr an Söldner geschossen wird. Der ist auf Legende? Ja, ich weiß es nicht. Wir haben das letzte Mal das Buch etwas übersetzt, haben einen Gegner geplättet. Ich habe festgestellt, dass ich auf normal spiele. Ich werde so weitermachen wie bisher. Ich werde auf normal bleiben. Jetzt schauen, wie weit ich komme. Wenn es wirklich gar nicht geht vom Schwierigkeitsgrad her, dann stelle ich wieder auf easy. Ich möchte das Spiel auf normal durchspielen. So.
Are we ready for this?
Das Ding, das ich weghauen kann. Verkaufen und aufhören und nicht erledigen. Das ist ein bisschen früh, findest du nicht? Meine Güte. Einen Moment kurz. So. Ich wollte nur jetzt, dass ich mal die Uhr weil er hat diesmal, warum auch immer, das Fenster über die Tastenleiste überlappt. Und ich, ganz ehrlich, diesen kleinen Millimeter da, der das unter der Tastenleiste ist, den kann ich auch lassen, ganz ehrlich. Ja. Ah, er war eigentlich. Ey. Ihr. Ja, Maglu. Ja. Nein. War gleich tot. Und vielleicht bist du guter Frau. Das ist immer jedes Mal der Blau. Wenn es gut läuft. Nee. Die schönen Powerzahlen. So schön. Und du meinst, machen wir kurz die Lampe an.
She really floats like a butterfly.
Stings like a bee, and...
Wait, there's more?
Wait, there's more? So, Jupiter-Tasche, jawohl.
This rocky shore just keeps going. Just don't step on any sea slugs, okay?
Why not? What's the big deal?
It's just that it isn't pretty. Their insides squish everywhere.
What?
Yikes. That sounds pretty traumatizing.
Then again, if you pickle their innards, it makes for a great snack.
You eat them?
Oh, don't be a baby. You've had worse.
Forget the sea slugs. Try not to step on the coral.
Good point. Coral is alive and needs our protection.
Or maybe it's because some of it can be sold for jewelry.
I didn't mean either of those reasons. Although Manon appears similar to Maclear Beach, it was formed by a completely different process.
Now that you mention it, this area is covered by rocks.
Maclear is just your average seashore. But Manon here was made by the slow corrosion of seaside caves.
They were worn away by the waves?
That too. But mainly, it was the handiwork of a rock-eating species of coral, known as ravening table coral. Stay in contact long enough, and they'll melt your flesh right off.
Ah, so that's why it tingles every time I touch the coral.
Why didn't you warn us earlier?
Hat Rocco ernsthaft die Korallen angetatscht? Ach, Rocco. So, dann schauen wir, was da hinten ist. Ich hoffe natürlich, ich mache den den richtigen Weg. Ich glaube, es ist der richtige Weg. Ich gehe andersrum. Jetzt hat. Gut. Ne? So. Mal sehen, was da unten ist. Ich hoffe, der falsche Weg. Yes.
Are we ready for this?
Ja. Kleine Fische sind kein Problem. Ah, das ist immer wieder das Problem. Ey, ich will so verteidigen. Ja. Solange ich nicht in den halben Bereich komme, nicht mit dem halben Bereich. Ich kann jetzt nicht ruhig selbst mal heilen, Magiu. Oder auch nicht. Also das heißt, ich wenigstens selbst etwas. Schau mal auf den Ladeset. Der auch rein kann, aber nicht will! Oh, wenn das so weitergeht, muss ich neue Eiheilmittel kaufen. Ey, das sind die verdammten Vögel, 31. Meine Fresse. Das mit dem Normalen erinnere ich übrigens an Symphonia. Wisst ihr noch damals, wie wir gespielt haben? Und der Boss auf einmal so stark war und ich nicht wusste warum. Tja. Ich hatte auch schwer gestellt. Ey, kann ich auch mal wieder angreifen? Oh, for crying out loud. Ist das dein Ernst? Ihr seid nervig. Ja, who's next? Will nicht fliehen. Ich muss überlegen, ob ich vielleicht eventuell Rocco rauskommt. Es sei denn, Magilu entscheidet sich zu heilen. Jawohl. Das ist der Reaper's Fault. Ja, das haben wir schon verstanden, also. Also, das ist aber kein Problem. Autsch. Ja, ich mach die da hinten fertig. Ihr kümmert euch um die Vögel. Wenn man nicht wegkommt, ne? Ich habe schon 3 verbraucht, wirklich. Wirklich. Das hat meinen runtergefahren, mein. Mal sehen.
That was tougher than I would have liked.
Zielen.
I'll do what I can.
Na gut. Gehen wir wieder. Mal kurz. Da bin ich wieder. Eine hat auch ein bisschen, aber die kann ich ja im Hintergrund. Ich wünschte, ich hätte keine Item-Limitierung. Aber, na gut. Gehen wir weiter. Gehen wir weiter. Ja. So. Nein! Auf dem Weg zu Palamidis. Okay, los gegen einen Naga zu kämpfen. Gehst du weg? Ich habe keine Lust gegen die Naga zu kämpfen, ganz ehrlich. Die mit ihrem Scheißgift gibt mir so viel Nerven.
Have you been taking care of that rhino stag roast like a good boy?
Of course. I make sure to feed it every night before I go to sleep, since it's nocturnal.
How long are you going to keep on calling it a rhino stag roast?
I don't know. It's a new kind of beetle, so it's gonna be hard to tell if it's really a rhino or a stag. You're asking a lot of questions. Bienfu, do you like bugs?
Duh! I love rhinoceros and stag beetles both! What guy doesn't find them fascinating?
Right? So which kind of beetle do you think it is? Rhino or stag?
Oh, that's a tough question. But guess what? Miss Mogulu taught me a surefire way to tell.
I didn't know there was a way to tell.
Yeah, but if I do it, you gotta name it after me, alright? Come on! What guy doesn't wish he had a cool bug named after himself, right? And besides, Miss Mogulu told me that this technique is so good that it's only fair to have a bug named after you in return. So what do you say, man to man? Come on, let's live the dream!
Oh, all right. How can I say no to that? Besides, we all did work together to capture it anyway.
Yay! Thanks, Laffy-set. All right, show me the bug, and I'll tell you what it is. Miss Mogulu says you need to open up its outer wings and get a good whiff of the thin underwings.
I'm pretty sure I remember rhinoceros and stag beetles smelling really nasty under their wings.
Is it really that bad?
Why not find out for yourself?
No thanks. I think I'll pass. Maybe you shouldn't do this after all, Bienfu.
You probably just want to hog the name all to yourself.
Yeah.
Well, too bad. A real man never goes back on his word. If it packs a mean punch, then it's a rhinoceros beetle. And if it smells really zesty, then it's a stag beetle.
I don't know about this.
Just let him do it, Laffy-set. He's already volunteered.
Ja.
I can do this. Just you watch. This smell is the most bad thing that ever batted it.
Whoa! He fainted with his eyes still open! Hey! Wake up! Wake up, Bienfu!
Miss Mogulu, as soon as I smelled it, my nose literally exploded.
He looks like he's having a bad dream.
Okay.
I spy with my little eyes a kiddo who's spying at my bewitching waist. Oh, sorry. I just couldn't help it. What are those books, anyway?
Oh, that's a great question. Since you asked, I'll reveal the secrets of my tomes just for you. On the right, I've got my household ledger in the back, and my magic encyclopedia in the front. That one I mostly use for oil blotting paper.
What's oil blotting paper?
It's a girl thing. The two on the left are my heavy book, which I use for flower pressings, and then my super pop-up book.
A super pop-up book?
When you open it, it pops out with the force of a raging river! When an enemy has me cornered, I can just open it up facing a nearby wall and pop! Instant getaway! The only downside is that it's a real pain to try to get closed again, so I haven't used it in years.
What about the book right in front?
That's actually layer cake.
Whoa, really?
Seared into its batter are precious bits of knowledge. Eating it is just as good for your brain as it is for your stomach.
Wow! I had no idea that was possible.
He's taking this so seriously, I almost feel bad.
All of your books are so interesting, Magilu. That's really cool.
There's no end to your curiosity, is there? What do you say? Want to take a closer look?
Boy, would I.
If you really do, then say, Magilu, I want to get to know you better.
Magilu, I want to get to know you better.
All right, I accept. I'll reveal to you my most private secrets.
Wow, so that's what's on the other side of these books. I wouldn't have ever guessed that.
What the? What are you
Sie hat
doing?
ihre
What
Kind
was that?
gehört.
He said he wanted to see, so I'm showing him. You have no right to stand in the way of his desires.
It's my job to protect him as his vessel, especially from someone so wicked as yourself. Also, what you're doing runs contrary to public decency.
Witches aren't supposed to be decent.
These bindings with the locks on them. This style used to be really popular during the Meliodas dynasty.
Now that I know you're such a bad influence for him, I'll be keeping a closer eye on you.
If you can't learn to take it easy, nobody's ever gonna want to marry you, you know.
Like you're a shining example of marriage material yourself.
Hey, Magilu, could you turn them over one more time? I want to see how the book's attached to your belt.
Yeah, sure.
Tja, du kannst ihn nicht aufhalten.
Hey, Magilu, I was wondering about that book you have on your waist. The one you called your heavy book, for flower pressings.
Your curiosity truly knows no bounds, does it, kiddo? Okay, nobody else knows this, but since you're so interested, I'd hate to leave you hanging. My heavy book, the one I use for flower pressings, is none other than a collection of Bienfu's poetry.
Bienfu likes to write poems?
Yep. You'd never guess it, but he's actually just about the best Moloch poet around. Some people even call him the Great Norman Poet. Here, I'll read you my favorite one. If there is something unimportant happening to the east, I'm made to go there and back. If there is something unimportant happening to the west, I'm made to go there and back. I can never rest nor be at peace. Every day my life is a living hell.
That's heavy stuff.
Isn't it? That's what makes it so good for pressing flowers. It's so wonderfully oppressively heavy.
Magilu, your face has gone all sinister looking.
Ach, Magilu. Ich mag Magilu. Best character in the game. 10 out of 10. Hier hinten sind noch ein Haufen Seelen für uns. Ja. Oh, das sind lauter kleine Fische. Oh, die tue ich zusammen. Oh Gott. Er hat mir den Arsch gebissen, Halbert. Na gut, mach mal eben so ein gefährliches Wasser. Vielleicht sollte ich dann auch mal nach den Dingern gucken, nach diesen... Alter! Diese kritischen Gegner, wie heißen sie nochmal? Die Bienenkönigin, die wir das letzte Mal gemacht haben!